Philadelphia Writing Project, located at the University of Pennsylvania, held its first summer Invitational Leadership Institute in 1986 and joined the National Writing Project network of sites serving local communities across the country. We have both contributed to and benefited from our ongoing connection with teachers, scholars, and partnering organizations nationwide who are focused on improving writing and learning for all learners. In summer 2018, we received funding from the Library of Congress Teaching with Primary Sources to further develop PhilWP's signature Invitational Summer Institute. During the 2-week institute, K-12 teacher leaders were given time to plan and present their goals for student learning, as well as their commitment to embed teaching with primary sources in their classrooms. One of the many strengths of working with teaching with primary sources during the institute was the opportunity to ground conversations about issues of race, equity, identity, and achievement in historical texts. Teacher leaders were able to use the primary source analysis tool as well as other resources to practice and model metacognitive conversations with students by noticing, raising questions, reflecting, and problem solving to make their thinking visible. We also worked closely with the West Philadelphia Collaborative History Center to use local primary sources to learn more about the Black Bottom, an African American community in West Philadelphia that was displaced beginning in the late 1960s. The Pulitzer Center on Crisis Reporting helped our teacher leaders learn strategic ways to incorporate journalism opportunities into their teaching practice. We walk like journalists through West Philadelphia, interviewing people within the community to learn their stories and their personal connections to the city of Philadelphia. Teachers completed extensive curricular portfolios and have shared their work in a number of public conferences and on online platforms.
It's really easy as a teacher to want to feel like you have all the answers, and I feel like for these practices, especially when you might grapple with the content matter every day and might be an expert in some ways in that content matter, but I think I've learned the most through looking at primary sources. It's revealing to your students that you truly don't know all the answers, and I think that's some of what I've witnessed this year with the best learning moments for my kids, where they've had these questions, these incredible inferences that, I may have known a little bit more about the piece prior to sharing it with them. But ultimately, the questions that they arrived at and the inferences that they were making, really, I wanted them to recognize how important they were and how much more they were saying about these than possibly even I could.